welcome Bob and Joe Grimm of the Brothers Grimm from Columbus, Ohio. Thank you, fellas. I've been doing this for, I don't know, maybe a month now, and at least once or twice a week, somebody's always referencing your record.
Really?
The Brothers Grimm numbers record.
Ah.
So I'm not from Columbus, but you're highly respected is the best way to put it. So I know you know this. It's like Kyle Kelly and Jim Miller. They both had their record up, and this is the record that inspired me to play. And my best friend in the world is Mike Geezy, and he's known you since he was 17. So he's completely you guys meant the world to him at a very impressionable age. So how are you guys doing these days?
Good.
Doing all right. Thanks for having us on the show.
Yeah. So what are you doing now?
Well, what are you doing?
Well, I mainly work, and I have a fish farm. It's a good way to lose money. I have learned to play acoustic guitar during the pandemic. I really never thought about it. But nothing else to do. So hey, let's learn some acoustic songs. So,
That's a little different than electric, huh?
Yeah, a lot different for me. Yeah, it's
so that's a first for you then.
Yeah. I've never been an acoustic guitar player. It's always been hard rock. So, but I thought, why not learn it? I know how to play guitar, but I just didn't know a lot of the chords. So I had to learn them, and just. It's there's a lot of really easy chords that make a big difference in the way a song comes off. So,
yeah. Your parents were cooler than my parents.
Yeah, they were really very cool. They let us practice in the basement, and we got in trouble a few times for I can't remember what, but we probably did. Playing too loud, probably.
Yeah, but they're very supportive of the band throughout the whole history of it.
They used to come out and see us all the time. They still do if we play.
Yeah. My parents, I probably 3 or 4 years played guitar for 3 or 4 years before they let me get an electric. They were afraid I was going to sniff glue or something. Some kind of that rock and roll is going to change you, and of course it did, but whatever.
Yes,
So how are you, Joe?
I was before COVID came on really busy. I've got a whole bunch of projects, and a lot of it's not hard rock anymore. But I've still got a few hard rock bands that I'm playing with.
Mm-hmm.
But I just want to play as much as I can. But kind of got shut down because of COVID. But I've got a few acoustic duos. Just played last night with one of them, and that's different, but it's kind of interesting, kind of fun.
All right, so you do acoustic duos. Like, what kind of stuff do you do?
Well, one of them that I'm in is doing like songs that you've never heard before and that are depressing, and we like that. A lot of obscure country stuff in there. That's the story, like story songs, and then another. Where it is heavily vocal. We do a lot of harmony in another one.
Mm-hmm.
And the one I played in last night, that's just like 70s, the 70s radio stuff.
Yeah, hit songs.
Yeah, every song that duo does, everybody knows every song. But
that
kind of thing.
All right, well, that's cool. How'd you guys get your start? Like way back in the Wayback Machine.
Well, we used to take guitar lessons off Mr. Lloyd at Coils Music, and
we were children then.
Yeah. But anyway, for Christmas one year, we got a Univox hollow body and a Univox amp, and then
I ordered a drum set from a catalog. I don't know what catalog. Yeah, the Goble
drum set. Yeah.
And we decided that I think it's probably from hearing it on the radio and seeing. Like shows like In Concert and Midnight Special and stuff like that.
Yeah.
We decided we had to be in a band. We didn't know how to play yet. Our lessons really taught us more to read guitar music and stuff like that.
Mhm.
Then Bob started taking lessons where you would take the record in.
Yeah, that was from Bill Ray at
Chuck
Chuck
Daly.
Daly's. He'd bring the song in, he'd teach it to you. So it's mostly bar chords, and that's why I never really learned any. Everything I learned was by ear from that point on, instead of having it written down in front of you and actually playing it. But, now I can kind of do, but
So
it's fun.
We just wanted to be in a band, so me and Bob and the kid across the street. I think I was 14, you were 11, I think.
Yeah.
Kid across the street was probably 13 or something like that, and we just started learning songs and playing them, and from there we got a bass player after a while, and that made the band different. That was good.
Yeah.
And then we started out just playing anywhere we could just to play. Like I think we played
Our first gig was a
Boy Scout
meeting, and the name of our band was The Worst. And I don't know. After seeing some videos on YouTube, I don't know if we were quite the worst, but we were close.
That was the name of your band?
Yeah.
The Worst?
Well,
that was wonderful.
It was for the Boy Scout show, and I think most of them agreed that was a good name.
We were pretty much the worst. Yeah.
One of the dads ran out of those in a grade school gym, so you can imagine what that sounded like. Just everywhere. And one parent had to leave. It was just
it's too obnoxious, I guess. I don't know.
Anyway, but that was how we kind of got started and just kept going from there.
Yeah, we played Smile Away and played Heartbreaker and
Mother Freedom.
That was it. That's all we knew.
That was for the Scout show.
No words.
Here's a question for you. Joe, did you know you were a singer right away?
Well, no. I'll tell you the story of how I became the singer.
Yeah.
Well, you were the singer. You just played drums.
Well, no, I was playing drums at the time, but
and singing now.
Yeah, but before that, the way I became the singer was we had it was the me and Bob and the kid across the street, and we got a few girls from down the street, and they sat on the other side of the basement and listened to us all three sing the same. I think it was 18 by Alice Cooper we were singing. And they picked me. They thought I was the one that sang it the best, but they didn't think they were picking me. They thought they were picking the kid across the street. I think they were kind of disappointed.
Yeah.
They're like, oh.
Well, he was a good-looking blonde kid.
Yeah, he was real.
So,
he
really didn't last in the band very long. He
kick him
tried
out.
to play. Well, no,
he just sort of
another
one for
another
him.
kid right across the street, from him basically. He took up guitar and was pretty good at it.
We played with him for a while.
Yeah, so he got in the band, and then the other kid bought his name was Al and Terrence. They were the two kids, and he got a keyboard, but he really didn't know how to play it, and so.
And I think he liked sports more anyway.
Yeah, he kind of faded out.
But this is all like junior high.
Yeah,
it wasn't. So it was a long time ago. We were pretty young, but.
So you lucked into the singing role.
Yeah, I guess, and then just kept on singing.
Yeah,
and then that's before monitors. When monitors came along, oh wow, it was great.
Yeah,
really.
I was going to say, when did that happen?
Oh, a lot later.
Yeah, it was. Yeah. We played a lot without them, but that was, this is the early '70s, so we weren't the only ones playing without monitors back then.
No, I didn't play till with monitors until I was an adult.
Yeah, I'm trying to remember when
and even then, we don't, Yeah, we learned how to play with. I don't know how we did it, to be honest with you.
Yeah,
but it's like it was minimal.
Yeah,
not every band has a sound man.
No, we didn't. We just had like little PA systems that we'd set up, and not much to them. So, but then eventually, we got monitors and a sound man. When that was after we became Brothers Grimm, I think.
Well, yeah, and see, we had a fairly decent band. We tried out for the Fraternity Managers Association, which they booked all the bands for the fraternities parties
at OSU.
At OSU, the Ohio State University. Yeah, that's Yeah, and so we had such a cheap price that we actually got some gigs, and you know they probably really didn't care what the band sounded like, I guess. But that was how Joe became the front man singer. Was somebody dropped a speaker cabinet on his foot, and we got this other guy that was actually pretty good.
He was a good drummer, yeah. So that's how I became.
So that's how he became the singer. Yeah.
You hobbled around on stage.
I did for a while. Yes, I busted my foot pretty good.
Yeah, it was. It turned out for the best, I guess. So.
Yeah, it worked out. I wasn't that good.
When did Full House come about?
That was
Full House when they dumped this cabinet on my foot. Yeah.
Okay.
That was
how long did that last?
Oh, let's see.
Oh, till he got to be about 18, and I started my own band, and we played quite a bit, you know, high schools and stuff, you know, rec centers. We played one rec center. They went so crazy they wrecked the rec center, and that was the end of it, you know. But
that was your band.
That was my band, yeah. But and that was right behind the club that these guys played in Coshocton. It was funny, you know. So I ended up playing, you know, virtually you could walk from across a parking lot and be in the club that we played later on, you know, when we
ended up playing the same club that was by the rec center, but
so you guys, did you get started like playing for the campuses? Was that where you got your start?
The barely
and
first
pool parties,
pool parties, but the campus stuff, we didn't really do that long before. I think we did that for a year, and we got maybe, I don't know, 4 or 5 gigs out of it. But
it was fun. It was a real experience for being teenagers. You know,
we're around college kids, and you're like 12 or something.
So Full House was, how old were you when Full House was happening?
That was probably a little later than that.
We were 13.
Yeah, you were probably 13 or 14 then. But what happened was, like, when I turned 18, you could play. I was old enough to play in bars. Yeah. You were 3 years behind me, or 4, depending on the month.
3.5, yeah.
3.5 is good. But decided that I'd go out, join a band that was playing bars, so I could get that experience, and then come back when he was old enough.
Yeah.
And that's exactly what happened.
Yeah. It was good though. We, you know, and then we started playing clubs, and
so Full House, Castle, Airborne, and Presence, all those bands were kind of bands that was your kind of your apprenticeship, Joe.
Yeah. But Castle was his band, was Bob's band, and then when I turned 18, I got into Airborne, and that was with the guy I played the duo with last night.
Okay.
And then from there, I went from that band to Presence, and then
that was a Zeppelin tribute.
Nah, not really. It was Zeppelin.
They did a lot of Zeppelin
album name, but we did some Zeppelin, sure, but it wasn't. I don't think anybody thought of a tribute band at that time.
No, not
around here.
Yeah,
I mean,
it was kind of
maybe
before the tribute scene, I guess. Yeah.
But no, we did play some Zeppelin. They just picked that name, I guess. But then I left that to come back to play with Bob, and that's when Brothers Grimm happened, and that was probably about 78.
78. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Then we played.
Then we just played constantly for a long time. We'd go down to Florida and play we go for a month and come. We make enough money to stay down there and play, and then we.
Well, we were the Times. That's what we were going to name the band, and then and so we were going to the Who concert, you know, the one where the tragedy happened, and we were our drummer was at the time was writing the Times everywhere. You know, this is the way look for the Times, with the marker on the parking garage and stuff, and so then Bob Stigmiller, he was a big production person here in Columbus. I mean, they did concerts, real concerts like Edgar Winter and stuff like that. Yeah, they had a warehouse full of PA lights, whatever. And he said, you know, you guys really ought to call it's perfect, the Brothers Grimm, you know. It's just there. The Times thing just doesn't get it. So that's
the time from Minneapolis with Morris Day, and that would have
we probably didn't realize that.
Probably not.
Yeah. So the Brothers Grimm was like when you were 18. Is that when it
Yeah,
around?
Yeah, yeah, pretty
Okay.
yeah.
much.
Well, when actually it was when Bob, when you turned 18.
When I turned
Yeah,
18, yeah.
Okay.
that's
So
right.
you were
Yeah.
Joe. You were 21.
Yep.
At least, yeah,
Yeah.
something like
Ish.
that. Yeah, yeah,
You're like
21.
three years apart.
3.5, just about exactly 3.5 years.
Okay. So Bob, who were you listening to when you first started? Who were you
Oh, like I
inspired
remember
by?
Black Sabbath, Master Reality, of course. That was
Yeah, remember that one.
Grand Funk Railroad, big influence. Then I think we bought Who Live at Leeds.
Good record.
Because I bought that because our cousin bought it, at Schottenstein, so I bought it, and she probably
And we
hated
figured,
me, but
yeah.
it's like that. But it was, and then it had to be, when we were younger, we liked country, and then no, country's no good and all this, because
Yeah.
we're bad, we're cool.
Because that's the way you were when you were kids.
Well, yeah, we
You
thought
like rock and country.
you gotta like rock. That's all you can like. Well, now I love country, and I love all kinds of music pretty much. And listen to all kinds of music, but it's back in the day you had to be thought you were cool anyway. But that was mainly it. Probably like Free.
Yeah.
I remember Mother Freedom's really what wanted me to play guitar. A guy come over and was taking lessons from Bill Ray at Chuck Daly's. He said, this guy can teach you. And he's down there playing our Univox and just tearing up Mother Freedom. And I thought, man, this is it. This is what I got to do.
Yeah.
And so that's pretty much, that would be the signature song that actually made me, take lessons and learn how to play.
Okay.
So.
Mother's, what was that? Mother
Freedom by Bread, believe it or not.
If you heard it,
Bread, yeah.
it's not like
yeah.
It's different. It's
It's
heavy.
not a love song.
If you heard it, you'd go, "Oh, that song."
Yeah, it's really the only kind of hard rock song they did that I know of. I don't know. I listen to a lot of Bread now, and believe it or not, on the station I listen to just because it's just kind of relaxing, I guess. But
you probably listen in the car, though, don't you?
Yeah, I only really listen to music in the car, so it's pretty pathetic, really.
That's just what you like to do.
Yeah,
brings your blood pressure down.
Yeah, it does. Yeah, I mean, especially driving in Columbus. Yeah.
Yeah. So how far are you guys from Columbus?
Oh, we're in Columbus
We're
right now,
in Columbus,
and I live. This is where I live, and Bob, you live in.
I live out east of
about a
Hoover
half
Dam.
hour.
Yeah,
hour away from
the Hoover Reservoir out there. Basically, I live east of Westerville, so in Delaware County. So.
Huh? What was
Pardon
that?
me? Delaware County, a little town called Galena, but it's not a town. It's just out in the country, basically.
Okay, got it. Okay. So, Brothers Grimm. So you guys started like 18, 21. Okay, so and you got represented right away?
Well, we just started playing. I think we just booked our own gigs. We did get a manager. What, about 82, maybe something like that.
Yeah.
And we worked with him for a few years, maybe 2 or 3 years, and that's how we got. That's how we got the gigs in Florida, and then he got us in to the Alrosa. We played the Alrosa before, but then they expanded it to what it was. We played it when it was little, and then he got us back in there. Then he got us in a club called the Charlie Horse, and that was a monstrous club. It used to be a Buckeye Mart, which is like a Kmart or Walmart. It was just huge, but they had a countryside and a rock side, so we got to be around a lot of country stuff. I think Porter Wagner was playing on the other side. And
really?
Yeah. Well, we really started playing Mr. Brown's down on campus. That was
our own. Yeah, we got that ourselves.
That we were doing ourselves, and then
that's where we started at. I guess
played a Battle of the Bands in at the Agora, and that got us.
That was turned into the Newport.
Yeah, but it was the Agora at that time, and that actually, I think that landed us a gig. We warmed up John Kay and Steppenwolf there, and that was one of the best gigs we ever did.
Was probably one of our best nights. That was
it was sold out, at the Agora, and just even be on that stage was an honor. famous.
But we've been playing a while then, so what wasn't
Yeah, not yet, a little bit, but I mean that was kind of early on.
Yeah.
And so that kind of launched us a little bit. And then when we got the manager, that kind of rolled a little better, get more gigs, different places and stuff.
Yeah.
But,
was it ever your full-time job?
When we were in Florida.
yeah, we'd get out of Florida for a month,
but no, we've always had day jobs too.
Yeah, but we played at the Charlie Horse. We play Wednesday night was I think 2 for 1. Thursday night was 3 for 1. So it's just people are going to come out for that, and then the weekend was usually pretty good. So we do like 4 nights a week there a lot of times, and we did some clubs the whole week, which wasn't that great a lot of times, but you got paid, I guess, but it's more for the fun aspect of it, for me now. Back then I think it was more play as much as you can.
Yeah.
But it was good. It was fun.
Yeah.
It was a good time.
Yeah. So after let's see, you come back from Florida. Who's in the band at this point? So it's you, the 2 brothers. Who else is in the band? We need to be talking about.
Okay. The drummer was Mike Hogger, and Paul Whalen was the other guitar player.
Okay.
Yeah.
And Tim Reed was bass player.
Okay.
For quite a while.
Yeah, that lineup went on for quite a while.
Probably
Okay.
like 10, 15 years anyway.
I don't know, maybe something like that.
How do you keep a band together for 10 or 15 years?
Well, that was the thing. It was, we were kind of a rarity, no personnel changes for that.
It did change about halfway through or something like that.
Yeah, well, we put out an album. We
did that
when we were in Florida. We recorded an album.
That's the Numbers album you're talking about.
And
I saw you perform Numbers at Alrosa on a video.
Oh yeah.
So that was my introduction to you.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
How when you released Numbers, how long were you a band at that point?
That band kind of started about 78.
Probably 3, 4 years.
Yeah, 3 years, 3, 4 years.
I think that come out in 82.
Yeah. I mean,
I
around
think
there.
so. 81 or 82. It was pretty early on though, and then with the album, we promoted it on QFM, and then we were getting, instead of when the Alrosa turned bigger, we could warm up they needed to pack the place, so we'd be a good warm up for a band that did pretty good there anyway. We did great at the small club, because that was always, but you get a room that holds a lot more people. But then we, after we put out the album, then we were getting our own weekends and stuff. And
who did you open up for once Alrosa got bigger?
Love Affair,
Accept.
Well, that was after we were more established, Accept and Helix, and that's those we were warming up for like local bands at first.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
I think
I remember doing Love Affair a couple of times. That seemed to be pretty good.
They were from Cleveland, I think.
Yeah, they were pretty close to making it. I mean,
they were a great band.
Yeah, they were really good band, really good show band. They put on an excellent performance, and they were very polished, and they probably did do it for a living. I mean, they played a lot, I think.
Probably.
But we after we put out our record, then that kind of got us going to where the main act most of the time. But if we anything we'd warm up at that point, it'd be a national act. So
like Accept and Helix and
Foghat.
Oh yeah, we went for Foghat a few times.
Yeah.
That was always fun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So how long did that band last?
Till what, about?
Yeah, I guess it wasn't as long, because I guess their second album came out around
88. It was 88. Yeah. So that's so that band that lineup probably went to about
10 years.
87.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was almost 10 years, I guess.
Yeah, because our bass player had different ideas. The drummer had was playing with some other people, and we were getting kind of stale, and so we got a different bass player and drummer, and then
kind of kept going from
yeah,
there.
kept going with the Andy Quayle was our bass player at that point, and then Joey Dalford was our drummer, and then Paul Whalen stayed with us for a while, and then he joined Dawn of Infinite Dreams, and we just figured out we really don't need another guitar player, so we never really tried it until that point.
Kind of went into the 90s with just you playing guitar, and
we got rid of the manager at that point,
and we made that second album.
Yeah, but we financed the second album.
Which is the second album?
Good Times.
Okay.
Yeah, we recorded that right here in town at Criteria. Or not Criteria.
Musical.
Criteria was down in Miami.
That was the first.
I was going to say Criteria that's legendary.
Yeah,
it was unbelievable. The thing was, though, it really didn't cost any more than to.
No, that's why we did it.
And we were down there playing anyway, so we decided let's do this.
Yeah, studio time was studio. So we were playing
numbers down at Criteria.
Yeah.
Numbers and Criteria.
Yeah, we were playing at night, recording during the day, and so it was pretty neat. I mean, there was like let's see, who was in there when we were there were some good bands in there.
Yeah, we were just in like a regular. They had like 5 different rooms, I think.
John Denver was in there. Recording.
We never saw him, but he was in there. The Romantics, was that it?
The Romantics were recording the Talking in Your Sleep album.
We saw it. Then we actually saw John Mellencamp. He was recording there too. We saw him in the lobby.
He was producing a record for Mitch Ryder, and they actually rented a Marshall cabinet off me because he had to have an original Marshall greenback, cabinet.
Okay.
So, hell yeah, I could use some money, especially down here. We made money, but we didn't make very much. So
a little extra don't hurt. Huh?
Yeah, that was great, but that was pretty neat. Bee Gees had the only platinum 8-track. It was on,
they had a bunch of records on the wall at Criteria.
Criteria. That was like where the Bee Gees. Am I right?
A lot of Aerosmith.
A lot of Aerosmith.
The Bee Gees had the only platinum 8-track I think that ever went. The only 8-track that ever went platinum. So they.
Well, I don't know.
Well, that's what they said. They had it hanging on the wall, and their album went multi-platinum, staying alive. And
that was like, that's got to be what, 10 million.
Oh yeah,
That's something with
But they sold over 1 million of the 8-tracks, I guess.
45 years ago.
The cassettes weren't really just becoming a new thing right at that point.
Yeah.
So, but that was pretty neat just to be in that.
Yeah, it was a nice experience, definitely.
But the second album, we just kind of, I was the manager at that point, and I would book us clubs in around town, and then like Coshocton, Logan, Lancaster, towns that were kind of close within an hour.
Yeah,
we'd say
Ohio.
Yeah, it's the Ohio tour. Yeah, but it got to be we played each club around every 6 weeks, and
it's kind of on a
we financed
rotation sort of.
Yeah, we took half of all the money we made from gigs and financed the album at Music Hall we recorded there on Oakland Park Avenue. So
okay,
that was
in '88 though.
88.
And it was by '88 you guys were a single guitar player?
No, Paul was on that record.
Yeah, he was on the record, and then
right after that he joined up with the Dawn of Infinite Dreams.
Yeah, and so we
played with him. We played that record with him for
quite a while
before he left.
Yeah,
okay.
He just it was supposed to tour the world and all that. And it didn't. I mean, it did good. We went and saw it.
It was a great show.
But
it was like a rock opera. It was like a rock opera.
Yeah.
It was. He was playing guitar in it, the guitar player, and they were you know, they put a lot of time into it, and it was a really nice, really good show and production and everything. But he couldn't play with us then because he was spending all his time doing that. And
Yeah.
So he kind of quit basically. So
Okay.
it wasn't a bad separation.
oh no, we've always been really good friends with Paul. But
Yeah.
we just kind of started playing just with Bob playing, and just got used to that sort of.
Yeah.
And just went.
Yeah, and that's what we did.
So was he rhythm guitar or your dual lead guitar?
He played some.
Yeah, he kind of switched off
leads,
sometimes.
Yeah. I was mostly the lead player there.
Okay.
But he was a fairly decent singer too.
So yeah.
He did a lot of backup vocals and stuff.
So the Good Times album cover, how did you come up with that?
Well, that was at Bob's old house. We had a campfire. He was out in the country and had this campfire type of thing. And actually, they threw some, I don't know if they threw some fireworks in it or lit the fireworks somehow.
Oh, yeah.
But we had a buddy that he was taking pictures, and he did something weird with developing them, and that's how it came out so strange looking, just kind of like that.
Yeah, it's like a delay thing, and it, really slow. I don't know, it kind of almost like a slow movie.
Yeah, he manipulated the film somehow, so it was. But that was before.
So he just happened to be in the right picture. That's how he got on. I mean, he's the only picture on the album, actually. I don't think we had our pictures on that one, did we?
I don't think so.
That was pretty neat. But
the music hall was great to record at too. It was really nice place. Doug Edwards.
Now, who owns the music hall?
I'm not sure who owns it.
Gosh, I can't remember the owners' names. They were really nice.
Oh, they were really nice.
Doug Edwards was one of their main engineers, and so he helped us produce the album. And
it was great to work with. Yeah.
So it was. It worked out. It sounded pretty good. Really.
Oh yeah.
It didn't come out.
Sounds a little different the numbers, but between 82 and 88, things changed some.
Yeah.
I guess.
So you were like in 82. You were kind of like, you were open up for you say Accept?
Yeah, we did that down Rose.
You did Foghat. You did Helix.
Yeah,
you were like an opening act for some for some of the nationals. Did your sound change at all over from album 1 to album 2? You were talking about
not a whole lot.
Yeah,
not really. We kind of sounded the same, I think.
Yeah, we had always played.
Just nothing but guitars, and we didn't really add anything else. Like didn't add any keyboards or strings or anything. It was just all guitar rock.
Yeah.
When did you start playing guitar, Joe?
Well, like Bob said, we started when we were kids taking lessons, and I haven't really. I play a lot, but I don't play anything like him. Or I just strum open chords is what I do. So that's pretty much it. So I'm not really a guitar player. I just strum guitars.
Oh, don't cut yourself short. He taught me a lot of new chords.
Well, yeah, that's because I play acoustic guitar in the couple of the duos. So yeah, I do a lot of chords, but I'm still not I'm not a great guitar player.
Yeah,
I like it though. I enjoy it.
Yeah.
But
anyway, so did you guys? When did you guys? So after Good Times, what was? How long did the band last after that?
Quite a while.
Yeah, we just kept playing, but we were just kind of playing the same clubs we had been, and just doing it on the weekends then. And but we went on. We kind of cut back.
We had kids. We started cutting back, but we still played quite a bit till our kids were, just about getting in school. That's probably about when that fizzled out.
So that would have been like 90, 94 or something like that. Yeah, and then we play every now and then after that, but we weren't doing it as much as we did.
Okay.
Yeah.
And we still get together. We've been doing like once a year big party type of thing at a club. We'd open for another band that that Jeff is in. Jeff Cerati's playing.
He's our drummer now,
and
Andy Quayle.
Yeah, and he plays in
So
another
you're still
band.
with Andy Quayle.
Well, yeah. Andy
like
had a
1987 or something like that.
Yeah.
He's been
86
in
or
the band
87,
since,
yeah.
quite a while. But
he injured his hand though, that kind of put him out for probably like 6 months or something like that.
Yeah.
So we had played with a couple of different bass players, but Andy's brother's Grimm bass player.
Okay.
Yeah, we just kind of quit playing around 90, probably around 95 or so, and then were you playing at the time when we did the hammered thing?
No, I wasn't.
We got Jeff Cerati's our drummer now, and he and a bass player had their singer and guitar player quit, and so he asked Joe, says, "Do you think Bob and you could fill in?" And I said, "Well, let's give it a shot. If let's practice. If we've got a groove, I'm cool with it." And it grooved real well. I mean, it was there's some people that you groove with, there's some you don't. They just it's just kind of who you fit in with. But
we really didn't play with. We only
played that once. But that's what got me back into kind of when we played a few more jobs, we would do certain things. I kind of quit playing because it wasn't as fun as it used to be. It was more of a pain in the rear end. The clubs, if you didn't have a good crowd, they'd give you a hard time. And
this was the early 90s, but then we kind of got it back together. For maybe like
a couple of years.
That was later on, like in the 2000s sometime.
But it was getting back to this is more work than fun thing. So now the only thing I'll participate in is something that's going to be fun. I don't care about weight. It's like I'd rather have a nice night. Usually short and sweet. We play about 10 songs.
Yeah,
and
that's fine.
Yeah, it's we figured leaving one more rather than having them start to talk over you.
But me, I just a friend of mine was out at the fish farm and I was there, and he told me about this new band he was getting together. He says, "Hey, you want to sing?" I'm like, "Yeah, why not?" Yeah. So I could, once I did that, I was singing different.
Well, I got to give one person that got him back into it was Dave Nilo. He's a musician, really good musician around Columbus, and he told Joe, "You've got to just play. It doesn't matter what you play, just play. You need to get back into this."
Yeah, it was a good piece of advice, and I did. And once I did, then I just
it's good to have friends like that. Seriously.
Yeah.
But once I started in that band, then I just.
When was that? What year are we talking?
It was about 10 years ago. So it would have been
2011.
Where's my calculator?
Yeah.
Oh, there's one on the phone, probably.
So you were out of it for a good number of years.
Yeah. We just kids were little, and we were I was falling asleep at the soccer games from playing.
Good for you.
Yeah.
For being a dad.
Yeah, that was the thing. You get caught up in sports and all that, and that's about all you're doing. So
and the same. We were playing the same clubs, same songs, so it was kind of like, well, let's just give it a rest for a while. And, but then my one buddy got me into that band, and from there I met a whole different group of people, and just started with the acoustic duo that plays the obscure songs that are depressing. I went to kindergarten with
you say that. What are we talking about? Depressing songs? Are they like murder ballads?
Some of them, yeah.
Like Knocking on Heaven's Door.
No, then we don't play that one. That was a different thing. But anyhow, anyway, so like that Tom Russell. He's a California guy that's sort of like it's sort of folk kind of, but not. It's sort of new folk, I guess, or something. It's not Peter, Paul, and Mary, but I'd like to do that too if I could. But that would be what the Depressing Songs are. We were playing. We had a friend that he got sick and was in a convalescent home. We went to play for him and realized that every song was depressing. So
I was in a band like that, and it was like we were one after another. The guy he played 12-string guitar the whole time, and every song was a dirge.
Yeah.
And it was like, if you're going to insist on continually playing songs that are way too slow and about killing somebody or about a drug addiction or about whatever, I'm going to pull up a stool and I'm going to sit on it. You never do that in a rock band.
Yeah, this is
That's when you know, okay, I'll see you fellas. I love you. but if we want to be friends, I got to leave.
Yeah.
But that's funny. So you've been back at it for about 10 years now.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I just figure just want to sing as much as I can.
Yeah, well, good. Did you study with anybody vocally, or you just went right into it?
Yeah, I did when I was a teenager. I think I was still in high school. Michelle Horsfield, which was a really, really prominent vocal teacher in Columbus at the time, and really great singer herself. And I took some lessons from her. And
I took lessons off of her
you
too.
did too, a little bit, but that really made me think I could do it. I mean, she was a confidence builder too. She was a real upbeat person, and it's kind of like
she actually sang at his wedding.
Yeah.
It's a pretty big honor, for to get her to sing it.
That was
wonderful.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's it.
So you imagine if you never meet these people, how your life would have been different.
Oh yeah, for sure. It's,
so in the we're gonna with the Columbus music scene, like mentors and people that you have aligned with, who are you grateful for? Who has helped you out?
Well, let's see. Just everybody in the communities kind of supports each other, and I remember the Gods were around when I was still in high school, and what they were doing at the time, they were just like a real tough rock and roll band, and really liked them. They were good. They were a lot of fun too. Yeah.
I love them.
Yeah, actually, my band played a couple of their songs, for our gigs.
But I think we opened for the Gods a couple of times.
Yeah, we did, and we opened for Rosie, which Mark Chatfield was in the Gods, and Rosie after the Gods quit, and so we'd play like the Dixie Electric Company. That was a big
Another
giant club,
big club,
and but then we kind of moved on to where we were doing.
Yeah, we just played our own gigs.
Headlines, But the Charlie Horse was kind of neat because they had big country acts in there. We actually got to meet Chris Christopherson, Porter Wagner. Didn't meet Jerry Reed. Played with the same night as him, but
we'd just be on the rock side playing when they had these huge concerts on the other side. But the rock side was monsters. It was
David Allen Coe. That was wild. I mean, you talk about a crowd, man. There was probably 300 bikes out front, and I don't know how many in back.
Huge place.
But I mean, the rock side, just to let you know how big it was, would hold like 2,000 people, and the countryside was probably at least 3 times as big as that. And, so they got some really big names in there, and we just happened to be playing the same night. And so we when we play on some nights we play the bigger side, and
a couple times maybe.
Yeah, it wasn't very good because it was so big. And but we
have a lot of people there, and it still looked like an empty room.
Yeah, 100 people looks like 4.
Yeah. But we knew the bouncers who watched the dressing room, so we kind of slipped back there, and here he is, bigger than life, Chris Christopherson. Man, it's like wow.
I actually think our manager lined that up for us.
Did he?
I think he did. I think he went and talked to him.
What would be neat? It would be neat if the brothers Grimm put something together, maybe write a couple songs that reflect your rock sound with the country stuff.
Yeah.
Whether it's storytelling, Story
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's great.
I always love Chris Christopherson's storytelling.
Oh yeah,
Oh.
yeah.
So
Him and
you coming up
Willie
with something because you have that influence. I don't know if you never went that way, but it would have been that would have been neat.
Yeah, well, we're
Yeah.
kind of heading that direction right now because then during the COVID thing, me and him have gotten together several times just to work
But
on songs.
Yeah,
And,
writing a song about
writing something.
that's
Yeah,
a good idea.
we haven't written anything in quite a while actually.
Mhm.
So,
Well, that's another that I don't know. I'm gonna throw it out into the universe.
yeah,
Take the rock, throw the Chris Christopherson country storytelling,
yeah,
whatever,
just
whatever that is, and then throw it into your stuff, and it'll be a new sound.
Yeah, and if it takes off, we got you to thank for thinking it up.
Yes, I want to. No, I'm looking at royalty. This nobody's gonna make money with that, but yeah, that would be wonderful. I would, yeah. So you guys are creating again. You're
Well,
Yeah.
we're just I'm
brothers.
kind of learning the acoustic thing, because it's a different animal. You don't have a blaring amp behind you. You can make a lot of sound with your guitar pick and your amp, just without anything else. And acoustic guitar is a little different because it's you don't have the I guess the big power behind it. So you got to make your own power on that. And I just really mostly played hard driving rock, and then you switch over to something that's got 10 different chord changes in it, and if you skip those, it really doesn't sound right. So it takes longer. And so Joe's been kind of schooling me, to tell you the truth. So it's like
I got to be honest with you. I am completely envious of your closeness. My brother and I were never that close.
Oh yeah.
Like, my brother, we were like 5 years apart, and he played trumpet, I played guitar. He listened to Barry Manilow. I was Kiss.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's wonderful.
Yeah,
well, Kiss was a big influence, to tell you the truth, and AC/DC. That was, but that was, and then we ended up playing a lot of Kiss songs, and my band especially played a lot of Kiss songs. It seemed like.
As far as the closeness went, I would be like 14. I was old enough to go to concerts.
Yeah.
And Bob would get to go too, because I was going. So he's like 11, 12 years old going to.
Yeah, we saw the Stones in '75, and that was like
that's wonderful.
That was.
Yeah,
that
we
was
always
crazy.
Then when you got 9, you went to some concerts by yourself.
Oh yeah.
And I might have.
But we hung out a lot.
Oh
together,
yeah,
just being
still
in the
do,
band.
really.
Yeah, we still do. But he's in the music thing. I'm really not now. But, every once in a while.
Yeah, do that though.
Yeah.
That excites me.
Yeah, I think we'll pursue that for sure.
So I'm going to be in Columbus.
Cool.
I'm going to be in Columbus. I'd like to meet you guys in real time.
That'd be great.
Wonderful. Yeah. That would be wonderful.
Maybe we'll have a song.
Probably a lot of times. I'll be there a lot.
Well, good.
So
welcome to Columbus.
So we're gonna wrap it up. We want to thank you because as I said, we have so many people say so much. They look at you as like the royalty. I know you know Merv, and I know you don't want to hear that because you guys are completely humble, and I think that's cool. But other people just put you on a pedestal, and they really probably it's because you're not jerks.
Yeah,
you're not ego heads.
That's very flattering. Thank you very much.
Yeah, but it's like I know Merv Roland is like he thinks of you guys as like you're the pinnacle. I know Mike Easy too. So
well, we love both those guys, Merv and Mike. Yeah. I go out to see Merv whenever I can when he's doing his act. That's always fun. Yeah. And Mike, Mike's around. We get to run into him all the time. Or talk to him on the phone.
Yeah, Columbus is such a neat little thing of collective of musicians that it's lifetime friendships.
Yeah.
Really.
A lot of people know each other for decades.
That's wonderful.
Yeah, sure.
That's wonderful. Yeah. That is like a model music scene. Because I know a lot of places in the world are not like that. They're like
It's,
backstabby, and they you know, they just you're fortunate. It's a wonderful
Yeah.
place. So I will see you,
Well,
fellas, and thank you so much for this. I've been
We'd
looking
like
forward
to
to
thank
this
you for having us on.
yeah,
Thank
Thanks
you.
for on the show.
We
yeah,
look forward to meeting in
Yeah.
person.
yeah, and,
Let us know
yeah.
if you're coming to town.
Keep
We'll
in
try to have
touch
some work.
if that song ever emerges.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Yeah, my
Wanna hear
wheels
it.
spinning. Yeah, you got our wheels spinning. So
All right, good.
Something to get to work on.
Yeah.
Then I did something tonight. All righty, see you then.
Okay.
Take care.
Okay, thanks so much.
Thank
Thank
you.
you.
See you.